we are back at it. At this point, as you can see here, I've got 10 of the 12 fan mounts that I'm going to need for the carrier done. Number 11 is in the mold right now. I'm deliberately overfilling the mold to give me some stability when I go to pull the part out of the mold, because to get these, I've actually broken, I think, 4 or 5. Now the discs that'll make the fans themselves, I've gone in and cut the blades. Each disc basically has 15 segments to it, because what I did in cutting the blades, the plastic wanted to deform, so I took one blade segment out of each disc so it'll lay more or less flat. I've done no tweaking to the blades to get these angles on them. That's just from cutting the bare plastic. But, you know, to get the effect, that's essentially what we're looking at going into each of the fans. Stay with me and we'll see how far this goes. Alright, been another very productive day here at the workshop, as evidenced by the fact all 6 of the bottom fans are now in. I've also gone in and added some bits of styrene to simulate the emergency landing gear doors, cargo doors, various access ports. Also went in using the same technique as I did with the bridge island, sorry, the deck island, and and laid in the CIC windows. Again, using electrical tape with frames cut using an X-Acto knife. Stay with me. Okay, what has been a very busy day is at an end, but I've got a lot to show for it. As you can see, now looking at the top of the helicarrier, I have all the upper hover fans in place now. The deck island is not glued down, but gives you an idea kind of how the finished assembly is going to look. Also on the flight deck, making a special guest appearance, is a proof of concept model I did of Shield 616, or the bus from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That is a 1/700th scale, hence the reason it's on the deck, C-17 Globemaster, with the wings from a second C-17 Globemaster glued to the rear to give us the unique look of Coulson's former command cruiser. Mostly wanted to see how it would look. The big thing, though, is we are ready for, can it be, primer! Okay, what we have here is one Columbia-class helicarrier under a heavy coat of dark gray Krylon primer. Sorry for the distortion. I'm doing this one-handed because, of course, we're on shaky cam. Let me get the bridge island in place. Now I get an idea how she's going to look when I start getting color code on her. Like I said, at this point, This is just the primer coat. Bridge island isn't glued down yet, mostly to facilitate paint. But all in all, she is looking really good. I am very happy. Here we are, folks. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. We have paint. I took the Vallejo gray primer, shot it over pretty much the entire model except for the flight deck, which I left the normal primer gray. I still have yet to actually glue the deck island down. Sitting here prominently on the flight deck is what's arguably going to be the only survivor from that incarnation of the helicarrier, that being Changewind 1. I've also gone in and in tape for relief on this side and raised up on this side, put in the blast deflectors for the catapults, which have disappeared under the paint, but when I do the detail paint, they'll come back. Stay with me, folks. We're heading into the home stretch. Alright. Now that I've got main paint down, decided to go ahead and pull out the air wing in its entirety. Here we've got, as I did in model in 1/144th scale before, we've got my XF23 Black Widows. These were bought from Shapeways, as were the F-35B Joint Strike Fighters. Here we have what Omega 7 uses for its Quinjets. It's the body of a B-2 stealth bomber with the wings trimmed down and rudders added to provide more stability. There are currently 4 of them in the air wing there, and then of course you've got our special guest Shield 616. Those of course still need paint, but gotta get them done.